Running normal, guys. All right, walk one. Hey, boys, walk one. Let's go 2 lines. We're going to hip the skates up, walking back. We've got to hip the skates, butt scoots. And back to the forward roll. And out back to the break. So hip the skates first, let's go. Very good. Good. Try to get all the way to the side before you move out. There you go. That's it. Bend your knees, bend your knees. That's it. Use your knees to push yourself along. Really good.
I forgot I was the first person in line.
Hey, down, boys. Good. Forward or back as well, guys. It's up to you. If you want to go back rolls, you can. If you want to go forward rolls, you can. Very good. So forward or backwards rolls. You can start on the ground if you want. Don't get too busy. The busyness of the forward or backwards roll. Very good. Beautiful. Beautiful. Last one, simple. Same as what we did the other day. Just squatting down, getting low, back, break ball, coming up, back in, ball back, break ball, coming up. Off you go, guys. Make sure you get really low to the ground before you roll back. Good. Try to tuck your chin. Make sure your head doesn't hit the mat. Good. Use your butt to hit the mat first. Good. You've got to push your butt out as you go, guys. So when you go, squat down. Low, low, back, back. Once you're done, guys, grab a quick drink. We'll come back to the middle. Very good. Lovely. You know when you got to tack your down at one track? Really? Alright, so back for Ian. Good looking Rooster, you laugh. Alright, so we went through the Dalahiva Umaplata the other day, but I do want to go through just the slider guard Umaplata as well, just so that we've got it down pat. Cool? Just so you guys know that the option's there. Umaplatas they're really, really functional from slider guard, from open guard, from closed guard. They're just a really good submission because once you understand the Umaplata, you can start to put it together like a concept rather than just a submission. You can use it to sweep, you can use it to take the back. Okay, you can use it from closed guard, from open guard, from on top, on side control, from mount. There's lots of different situations that you can use the Umaplata. So just learning the mechanics of it is going to be useful to us, all right? So all I want you guys to do, we're just going to start like pretty basic. So we'll just start with your partner on the knees like this. We're going to have hold of the sleeves, spider guard, and I'm just going to start with like 1 foot on his hip and 1 foot in his bicep, all right? Just like that. Cool? So in this situation, all I'm going to do is start to look to attack the arm that I have the foot on the hip. Cool? So to do that, I'm going to kind of turn my body to the side a little bit, stretch his arm slightly, and then I'm going to kick my leg behind, just into this space behind, like that. Cool? So I'm going to go 1, 2, just like that. All right? So from here, I need to use my spider guard and my foot on the hip to hip escape away. And then from here, I'm just going to kick my leg behind. Now, once I kick my leg behind, what I like to sort of think about is using my thigh to knee under the armpit, or at least from the elbow to the armpit. All right? I don't want to be going like this and opening my leg up too wide. I'm trying to collect the elbow. And at the same time as I'm collecting the elbow, I'm pushing the hand down behind my hip. All right? So after I kick through, I'm going to bring my leg up, step onto his back, and then start to squeeze my knees and push his arm down. Cool? So you can do Umaplatas just by like turning and going like this, guys, and putting them on. All right? The problem with this situation is I don't really have the control of his posture that I want. So now he can do a lot of different things to escape, or, you know, it's much harder for me to control him and things like that. There's just options for him. So I can eliminate the options by controlling his posture. And if I'm using my hands in the spider guard, and I kick behind and I go here, I don't really have like a grip on his collar to pull his head down. If I had that, it'd be fine. I could just go straight into the Umaplata. But because I don't have that hand on the collar and I'm playing the spider guard, I'm going to use my knees to control his posture up and down. Okay? So you can do it foot on the hip, or you can do it in the bicep. It's up to you. Right? This is probably a bit easier just to learn how to get the hip escape, because this takes a little bit more practice to learn how to shoot your hip to the side. So 1, 2, kick behind, and look, I'm stepping on his back or near his hip, and I'm squeezing my knee, but I'm sort of like kneeing his elbow and pushing his hand behind me. At the same time, I'm going to go here. Now, what I like to do is keep a hold of this sleeve grip all the way through. Because a lot of the time when you do Umaplata, you're going to take your leg over the head. If you let go of that sleeve, you can grab your leg, you can grab this leg, you can do all sorts of things here like to muck me around. But if I've got that sleeve, it makes it a lot harder for him to now be able to grab my legs and muck around with my legs. Cool? So then when I'm ready from this position, I'm going to start to turn my body, let go of the sleeve, and lock my feet. All right? Now, when you sit up, the sit up is a little bit sort of, you're not just sitting up, you're actually pulling your butt back and coming up at the same time. So if you want to do it like this, obviously you guys will change your grips eventually and grab the key. But if you want to get the motion right, it's really simple. I just put my 2 hands on the mat, sit up, and then I stretch my legs and pull my butt backwards. You see how I'm not just sitting up into my own legs? I need to make space for myself to sit up into. So at the beginning, once you've got the arm like this, to learn how to do the sit-up better, just take your hands off, put them on the floor, push up, and now look, I stretch my legs like I'm doing like a closed garden sort of thing here, cool? So I stretch my legs and pull my butt back, and that'll get my posture nice and straight. Now I can lean over my partner, tuck my leg, second leg comes back. Now, why do we lean that way? One is to put pressure up against to control the posture, so the head be on top of the shoulder. Second thing is I need to be able to turn to sit up further to get the arm lock to go on. Like right now, it's not that uncomfortable for it to sit like this. So to put more pressure on the shoulder, I need to open up space so my legs can come back so I can come forward. And the way I do that is to lean, and this opens up this hip. So when I tuck my first leg in, the second leg can easily come back to here. If I'm sitting straight up, I can tuck my first leg, but my hip is on the wrong angle to get my second leg back. So you lean as much as you need to tuck that leg back. Cool? Now, everybody asks me to put their hands when they come up. It's preference, guys. You can grab your lapel underneath if you want. You can go underneath, like I've seen guys hold like this. All right? I've seen guys hold like this. Okay? I've seen guys just hold here, past the lapel. It's really like a preference, but the main thing is that I'm trying to stop you from rolling over. All right? So what I like to do is just grab the lapel. But I'm not focusing on the lapel grip when I come up. I'm actually focusing my weight on the elbow. So I'm actually using the lapel grip as a lever to pull back into his hip. If I just come up with the lapel grip, as I go up, you can just roll, and it's going to be hard. There's nothing stopping his hips. His body weight's going to be able to come forward. So what I like to do is sort of like pull back, then come up. All right? So I'm just controlling the hip a little bit here, and then coming up. And then I just sort of like lean over towards him and come up, right? Come up on his arm and get the omoplata. So that's what I'm saying. Like the omoplata can be a really good submission if you work the position correctly. If you just throw it on and spin into it, sometimes the guys have time to posture, sit back, throw it around. Sometimes you don't have time to do all this. So sometimes you've just got to go to the omoplata position and then work the position from there. But if we do have the time, why not? Why not do it properly? So the key here is to try to keep your knees inside, as in inside his arms. If he goes inside my legs, I can't really do omoplata here too well. All right? He's going to start to control my body, control my legs here. So I need to make sure that my legs are inside. All right? Foot on the hip, foot in the bicep. You're just lifting your hips slightly and stretching away. This is going to give us the angle to start to attack with this leg here. Cool, I take the foot off the hip, just a little kick. At the start, you can go full dramatic, but really what you're just going to do here is go whoop, like a circle. You're just circling your knee around his tricep. Now step and squeeze your knees together while you push the arm away. Cool? Keep this all nice and locked. If he tries to posture, I'm just pushing pressure down. The beauty of doing it this way too is that if he does start to posture, I just take my foot off and I can come back and get the triangle. All right? So I have multiple attacks, whereas sometimes if I'm here and I'm just going like this and he starts to posture, let's say I don't have this grip and he starts to posture up, it's kind of hard to come back and get the triangle and he can start to escape. So we're here. One, circle, step and squeeze, push the hand away. Now I'm going to step over the head, right here. Cool? Now, there are variations to this position once you get here. You can move out, lock your leg, and put the leg underneath the neck and the arm too. That's a really good position, but it's a different setup to finish the omoplata, right? This is really good to control him from rolling. If he wants to roll, I stretch my leg and keep his head up. Now I sit up and I put pressure with my shin down the back of his neck, down the back of his shoulder and tapping here. So I'm pushing my butt away and then putting pressure. So it's a different system or a different idea, but the same sort of position. But we're going to omoplata. So we're here. 1, 2. So when we spin all the way through, take your hands off for now. Put them on the mat. Look, sit up. Now shoot and stretch your legs. So I'm putting weight on that shoulder again, controlling his posture. Cool. From here, I need to get my legs back, so I need to open my hip. So I'm going to lean, tuck my first leg in. That keeps the pressure. Second leg's going to allow me to come up. And then from here, I like to grab the lapel, or whatever I can get here. Push back into the, pull back into his hip, and then start to come up and put the position on here, right?